So I just got back from the gas station. I was asking myself this morning, why do I walk to the gas station every single morning? I have a coffee mug or a coffee pot. I could totally make my own coffee. I enjoy the walk. I really do. But then I realize what it really is. So I walk into the gas station, and just like every single morning, the lady that works there, good morning, every single morning, exact same way every single time somebody walks in. And immediately it makes my morning because the energy that she exudes is wonderful. And I make my coffee and I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, this woman works literally 7 days a week. She is in there every single morning. And I've asked her before, I said, do you work every day? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my goodness, lady, you need a vacation. And she's like, yeah, I'm trying to find some place to go. And I watch this woman every single morning, and I have a tiny little conversation, nothing deep, just, pleasantries. Enjoy the sun rays because the window in front faces the sun rays, and have a great day and all of that. And this morning, I was like, I got to tell her. And I walked up to her, and I'm like, you impress me. I said, you work 7 days a week, and yet you never look tired. You never look agitated. You never feel heavy. You always are in a good mood, and it makes my day every single day. And the smile on her face, of course, was just brilliant. And it made me happy. And I walked out, and I'm walking home, sipping my coffee. And this is why I just love my life. Because I don't see just a person behind a counter. I see the person. I see them. And I appreciate them because I know what's underneath that, we usually don't pay attention to. We don't pay attention to the server who brings us our food, or the cashier who rings us out. We never pay attention to them because they're in our life for a moment and then we walk away. And it seems like it's unimportant. But it's not unimportant, because just because it's an interaction for you for maybe 5 minutes, that's 8 hours of their day interacting with a whole bunch of different people who don't pay any attention to them, who don't recognize anything that they're doing. And a lot of the times, and I don't like to say this, but we tend to disdain those who are working behind a counter because we see them as beneath us because they are doing such and such instead of such and such. I'm not that way because I have been on both sides. I have literally was working in a gas station last year, and the year before that I was a therapist. And so it's like I understand the difference between having a desk job, having a career, and having a temporary job or even a permanent job in what most would consider a crappy position. I applaud every single one of the people who work in retail, freaking hotels, restaurants. Dude, freaking janitors, hats off. I literally admire the fuck out of every single person in any kind of sanitation job. Because, man, if you've ever worked in a gas station and cleaned a gas station bathroom, that's nothing compared to what a sump pump guy does, or even a plumber or a trash man. Like, the things that they end up smelling and dealing with on a daily basis, I couldn't imagine doing that for 8 hours a day. So hats off to you. I appreciate the ones that are not appreciated because I see you. I see how hard you work for scraps, and then to get treated like a dog. And then you have to try and find your self-worth because you're not as good as other people. Fuck that. Fuck that. If you are a peon,
fucking hats off to you. You are fucking working your ass off in the economy that we have. Literally working 7 days a week, sometimes 2 and 3 jobs, and then a fucking side hustle on the side. Hats off. I appreciate you. I appreciate your mundane job. I appreciate you sitting there behind a screen just punching numbers for someone who doesn't give a fuck about you. I appreciate you. Because when you have to clock out to clock in, that doesn't mean your soul isn't still there. So, say thank you. Not just a thanks, but legit. Hey, thanks for smiling. Especially this time of year if you're in retail. People get crazy around Christmas. They get super agitated. Hang in there. It's a rough time of year. I see you. Love. Bye, guys.